Good morning, folks. Welcome back. I think today we're going to try something just a little bit different. Instead of just jumping straight into filling up an environment, we're going to do a couple of variations off of a hovering, floating robot type thing, as if we were working for an actual production. So if a production designer was like, I need a robot, can you make me one? The first thing I would do would be design about 6 pretty simple ones, pick my favorite, and then take that a little bit further. And I think that's what we're going to try and do today. And if we have time, then we'll put it in an environment. And we might, because it doesn't take too long. All right. So we're going to bring in a person for scale. Pretty much a universally good idea. There we go. And let's just move them off to the side. And we're going to say that our production designer didn't give us a lot of direction, but they kind of mentioned Vincent from the Black Hole as a starting point. That kind of with some Star Wars vibe to it. So we're looking for floating, not really humanoid, not terribly aggressive. And we're going to start with a simple one and just go with a cylinder. And we'll scale it down till it's about the body size that we would want. Kind of like that. There we go. No, we're done. No. Rotation scale. And let's see what we can do to this guy here. First thing we're going to do is 2 or 3. Let's bevel that. And then bevel this as well. Come on. The whole thing. There we go. We'll bevel it more on the bottom than the top. The next thing we're going to do, I think, is mirror it, just to keep it good for us. Okay. Now let's see. Cool. And we're not thinking too hard at this point. We're just trying to kind of make some interesting shapes to start with. We're going to do that in a couple of different ways. But let's go out. There we go. We will give him a head. We wouldn't have to, but I think a head's going to kind of be a good option here. Something like that's feeling pretty good. It's getting that black hole vibe. Let's go ahead and save too. New 250508 live stream hover bots. We don't want to spend more than about 5-10 minutes on each one of these at this stage. That's looking all right. Tab. Whoa. That's kind of fun looking. Add in an edge loop there. Bevel it. And up. There's something quite simple here, but just as a starting location. And then we can grab all those. Oh, let's ungrab. Well, first off, let's ungrab those. Is there another one? Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll grab those. So we got that side. Let's do some random flow. Settings, turn off dynamic scale. And Shift Q. Plate insets. Let's do that way. And we'll give us some subdivisions. And that's kind of fun. Let's cut it down though. So a minimum size of 1, maximum size of 3. That gives us some kind of interesting stuff there. Cool. And just a little more. Let's give it a space for some eyes. And then we got to deal with our, let's call it subdivision now. But so let's actually add a loop there, loop there, and we can grab these. Let's see. Let's grab that and okay, first apply this just to get rid of that center line, and then yeah, you might be pain. Fine. Let's do it that way. There we go. That's a decent one to start with. That's our simple bot. So we got one down. Let's do another one. Let's just take this one, move it off to the side. Well, first off, we could duplicate it. Let's try that. That's your usual good first idea. Is we've made it a nice shifted, right? Yes, it's its own object. Cool. Because we can just modify this thing again and make it a variant that we can use faster than having to do the whole thing over again. So again, if we take that, grab those and tap, and let's mirror it again. On. Okay. And now we can take that and plus, tab, shift Q, plate in sets, no subdivision this time, minimum of 2, cut our depth down, 0.01. How do we feel about this? It's okay, but we're not loving it. Let's undo. Let's minus, just to the top part. Try that. Minimum of 0.001, maximum of 0.02, and thickness of 0.0025. That's kind of cool. Maybe we want a little bit of inner margin, 0.002. Gives us some funkiness there, sure. And maybe we just take this whole thing and Shift Z, widen it out, and scale the whole thing in. Get a smaller kind of a floaty vibe on this guy. Kind of bring him up to about there. Cool. And we can maybe come in here and select all that. Select, check or deselect. And we want to select 2, deselect 3. Sure. And then Alt-E along normals. Out slightly. Cool. And GZ down slightly. And now let's just sharpen it. And that's a different version, kind of based off the first one, but quick and dirty to make. Okay. We could do more with him, but let's leave him alone. Let's get him out the way. Over to here. And make ourselves another one. Let's just use random starship for this one. Oh, come on. Random starship. For presets. 12 hull again. Because let's keep using our same basic shape. Let's set our hull sections to 3 though this time. That's kind of giving us some interesting shapes. Maybe even 2. And let's turn off plating. Plating of just 10. There's almost no plates. Maybe even 0. Now let's try a different hull seed. And let's cut our wings down too. Large wing count of 0. Small wing count of 2. Okay, it's something maybe. Let's take our Z scale and pull it out like that. It's kind of fun. And then just maybe our X scale. Pull it out like that. All right, let's use this. I'm going to apply it all. RX90. Scale it down. Again, try to stay roughly our same size. Control A, rotation scale. Sharpen it. What do we got? Okay. It's a different sort of shape, but I think we could use it. Let's see what we can do here. Tab. It's not connected all the way through, sadly. Let's just 3L. No, it is. Let's quad remesh it. Take it to 500. I didn't mirror it. We want to mirror it. X and Y. Remesh it. Delete the original. There we go. That should be better for us. Let's see, can we do edge loops now? Yes, we can. Cool. Nice. So let's just see what we get. I don't even want to make that loop there though yet. 3. Let's turn back on mirroring. I guess we can do Y too. Okay, got that. Inset. Ooh, we get 2, but that's kind of neat. That's not a bad thing, necessarily. I like that. Then let's deselect those and those. Maybe even those. Yeah, and inset it again. Yeah. And EGZ. And let's just merge, make sure I didn't have any extras. I did. Thought I screwed that up. That's kind of neat. Okay. And we may not like it, and that's fine. We don't actually have to. Yeah, cool. Just want to try stuff. Good morning, Patrick. Good to see you, man. And that's going to always. I forgot I actually set that on mirroring to everything. Let's do that more. Yeah. But that means I need to turn it around. I didn't want to mirror the back anymore. Q, sharpen it. Nice. Okay. And tab again, coming back in. And let's see. Kind of want to take these. This section there. Cool. E, SZ0, flatten it down. Insert. Cool. Apply all. Inset. Interesting. AM distance. Yeah. Q, S mark. There we go. Let's try this thing again. Inset. Oh, it still wants to do that. That's weird. That's fine. I'm just gonna fix it myself then. Turn off those. There we go. And E and up. And I'm just gonna get rid of this face then. Cool. Save, Q, sharpen it again. And maybe we'll call that our third one. I don't know that we'll use it, but it's just kind of a neat robot to have as a shape. Kind of a strange one, but you know, nothing wrong with a bit of strange. Let's get it off to the side. Over here. Cool. And I'm just going to move all these again. Okay. Nice. Save. And let's do another one. Let's start with just a cylinder or a sphere this time. Mesh. Sphere. Okay. One. Scale it down, keeping it to roughly our same size. Okay. So let's mirror it. And let's just, ooh, that's kind of neat. And I mean, a bit of weirdness doesn't always hurt, so I'm not even worried necessarily about being 100%. There we go. Accurate. Utility, plate insets. And max of 4. Ooh, yeah. That looks cool. That's a nice starting point. I like it. Let's see. Maybe we can increase the indent to like 0.01. Yeah. It's looking all right. Now, come back in and 3. Select all those. Inset or not. I'm going to apply this. Inset. There we go. Down or up? Let's go down this time. Flatten that on the bottom. Cool. Back up. Got a little bit of an engine-y thing there, I guess. It's kind of cool. Let's give it an eye here in the center. 2, W, subdivide, 1, Q, circle, yes. 3, E up, in, E in, inset, E up, And then bevel that. Nice. Now, we could give it some arms or not. Arms might be fun. And we can kit bash. Like, there's no reason not to. Find something we like. I'm going to grab some arms off of one of these cancel test can robots, I think. Because why not? Let's grab the one we were kind of using before or modifying before. 20. Yeah, it's huge. S.1. Cool. And tab. And let's just grab. Did I grab it all? I think most of it. Did I miss something? Grab that. Good deal. Yep. And P section. Grab it. Delete the original bot. Arm. Up. Let's scale it down just a little bit. There's no cheating here, and we really just want to sort of try options as quickly as we can. I'm going to try to line it to 2. I like that section up there. Like right there. Let's just bring it out a little bit. Edit it. Let's grab these 3 faces. And there we go. And then mirror it on our x-axis. We have a bot with arms now. And we can just join them. Or first, I suppose, apply it and then join it. All right, he's a little larger. We could shrink him down a little bit. Yeah, that works. We like him. We like him enough. Let's duplicate him and try him again. Move the original out the way. Take this guy. What else do we want to do to it now? Take that face there. Yeah. Inset it. Bring it in. SY0. Flatten it so it's straight like that. That's kind of fun. Then maybe we take these and E on normals. Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna mirror it. Nice. And tab, come back in again, and again, minus, and then inset. Now let's select the outer, and up a bit. Just give it some rim like that. That's fun. And we can keep playing with him or do another version, but let's play a little bit more on him. Let's come back in. L. Right. L. Yeah, we got both of those. And again, E, SY0. It's kind of interesting. The backside like that. We won't see it necessarily too much, but that's kind of cool. Inset. Back in. There's our dude. All right, we like him. He's kind of fun. Let's Shift D him again. Get him off to the side. Now, L. Yeah, UV. V. Just that's our whole robot body there. So we can just change it now. SX, let's narrow it in to like that. Yeah. And I think we're going to have to get rid of our eye. There we go. Yeah. There we go. And K, we'll just knife our thing back again. Come on. 1, K. Why don't you want a knife? Oh, because you're bisected. That's why. That's fine. Okay, that's neat. Now let's take our arms. And extrude it out again, like that. And maybe even shrink it in like that. That's fun. So we're working really quick here. That's the point. We don't really want to think about it too much. Just want to let it go. Alt-E along normals. That's fun. And then inset along normals. Let's go in. Cool. That's nice. Really different looking from the other guy, but sort of same language, which is fun. Come back in here. Now, sharp. Yeah. On normals. Punch that out too, maybe? We're not along normals. What happens if we just do E and it goes straight? Yeah, let's just do straight. That's even better. Scale it in. Ooh, yeah. Add an edge loop there. So kind of keep it the same size. And maybe one more. Let's edge loop to here. Just like that on normals. Ooh. Fun. Yeah, I like him. He's cool. So what are we up to? That's 6 in half an hour. I'm gonna do one more just to be different again, but I liked him. We may very well use him. Start with a different shape one more time at least. So we've done cylinder, we've done circle, we've done weird thing, I don't know. Mesh. Let's do torus. Go a little bit craze. Sure. 1. This could be fun. Rotation scale. Mirror it. Which ones do we want? The center. Yeah, okay. Sure. Select, check or deselect. Ooh, but interesting. Offset, but fun. I like that. Alt-E on normals. I don't want that one center. So let's just apply this. I don't want that selected. Is that the only one? Yeah, that was it. Alt-E along normals. There we go. And then GZ and bring it down. It's floating like that now. Cool. And might get something interesting if we quad remeshed it. Just X. Oh, no, I kind of get a little squishy. Let's just leave it. I'm okay with this. Those are a little longer than I wanted, but that's fine. These quads here. But we can live with that. Select. Check or deselect. Cool. And we want to mirror again. Okay. And bring those up. That's kind of fun. What do I think using pen? You mean do I use one? I have a Cintiq. I'm not really using it right now, but they are handy, particularly if you're going to obviously draw or do a lot of like curve type stuff. Anything where you want to do that. But yeah, I don't use mine very much anymore. Okay, I like that. Let's select those. And these. And poke faces. No. Sorry. Which ones do we want to do? Let's select that, that, and that. There we go. W subdivide. 1. Control minus. No, I won't do it. Gotta just grab it this way. Okay. Q. Circle. Cool. E. Out. No, we want to do Alt-E. There we go. Now it's going the right way. Yeah, it's a full use. I mean, they're pretty much all full use. It's a screen tablet, but again, your mileage may vary. For 3D, you don't really need one that much. Let's see. Individual origins. That one's kind of weird. Those are all right. This one I want to flatten. Medium point. Okay. Right. Did I get it flattened? No. Oh, because we're still. Apply. There we go. Now it's flattened. Okay. And again, mirror. And select. There we go. And inset. You get a funny thing around that center one, but I kind of like it here. So let's do it. And along normals. In. I'll have to fix that line there. Let's just do these outer ones first. Inset again. And E. And control bevel. Create sort of eyes, as it were. And apply. Edit this sucker. Come here. Next face. It's kind of a weird looking bot, but I like it. Oh yeah, pen is more useful for scope for sure. And even then, I don't know. I don't like doing it on my computer. I do scope with a pen on my iPad, but for hard surface, there's not really much point. So it all depends on what you want to do with it. Like all of these tools, there's not like, you must have this to do this. Or you must have this no matter what. What do you want to do with it? What do you want? Let's give it some mirroring again. And A. But we don't want those. Well, you know what? Fine. Let's just do it this way. Plus, 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 plus. Okay. That actually will work. Let's do one more. Yeah, sure. Not those. Invert. Utility, plate insets, plating seed. It's kind of mostly doing the back stuff. Oh, we need to set our even thickness off. That's fun. Cool. Yeah. Let's come back in and do these now. Let's just do that. That actually looks kind of neat. Maybe this one too. Utility, plate inset. Subdiv 1? No, we want to keep it the same subdivision as the other one. Fun. Minimum of 1. Yeah. Alrighty, that's not bad. And again, maybe we'll give this guy some arms too. Let's grab a different pair of something. I could make my own arms too, but why? Let's grab this guy. Totally. Yeah, his arms will work. I like that. That could be fun, actually. Actually, can I just grab this one? Or this one? Yes. Hide. Oh, it needs to be even bigger. Okay, but Control L. Yeah, okay, good. Whee! Oh no, went too far. 1. There we go. Control L. Let's just that arm. P section. Good. Delete this robot. Bye bye. Arm. Scale it up. Where do we want to put it? We kind of don't hate it through there. It's kind of neat. Tab. Solo it. 2. Scale that down. This goes inside of our bot. Cool. And join mirrored. Hey, I'm doing all right. All right, so that is 7 robots in 38 minutes. And we could keep playing. And I'm going to do maybe one more because I just had an idea. Let's move this guy off to the side. I want to take this guy. And combine him with this one. I feel like this could be kind of cool. Make it bigger. Yeah. That is pretty cool. That'll work for me. So let's just join those together. 8 robots. 40 minutes. Let's get rid of our guy. So now I would take these, probably line them up, maybe texture them, but not much, and give them to my production designer and be like, all right, which of these shapes do you like the best? Let's scale this guy down a little bit. Kind of bring him in line. Let me scale this guy up a little bit. Bring him in line. Let me scale this guy up a bit. So those are, this is how I would go about doing something pretty simple, but, it's working. I'm thinking my favorites are this one, really those two. This one's okay, but I like it squished more. And that one's just kind of funky and weird. These are all right. They're a little simple. Again, for a production, I have no idea, man. Like I say, I am not a beginner of Blender, so I don't really go looking for current beginner of Blender YouTube videos. And everyone's going to be different. It's going to be different things will appeal to you. There's different teaching styles. There's different subject matters, even within beginner stuff. Just go look at some things. Take ownership of your own learning. Yeah. But yeah, this one is very black hole. We could make it more complicated if we needed to, but I'm liking the other ones more. This is a shape I respond to kind of routinely. This one's just kind of different and fun. We don't see a lot of torus-based robots like that, and it's kind of neat. No wrong ones to go forward with, but let's pick one or two. And again, this one's fun, so let's use him. Let's move these ones that we don't want into unused. And this guy, it's a neat idea, but he didn't quite pull it together for me. It just seems unfinished by himself, although I like him mixed with the other one. So move him to unused. He's too simple. So we're down to these four that we kind of think are cool. Let's bring them closer together. That's very much how I learned it to begin with. I didn't learn Blender. I actually started Blender. The only thing I was using it for was water sims, because everything else I was doing on my Oculus Rift with Medium. And then I just wanted some water stuff, water sims on top. And then I just gradually started doing more and more in it until I got where I wanted to be. There's no reason, like, I need to learn Blender is from somebody who doesn't know what I want to do in Blender. I need to make robots and I want to use Blender is an actionable item. I need to learn something. No, you don't. You need to do tasks and you want a tool to do that task with. So yeah, let's see. I'm kind of drawn to him. He's weird. And this one with his little like bulgy eyes I also like. I think we're going to, this is a second tier. We like him, but we're going to get rid of him. And this guy is neat, but we've kind of seen him before. So let's get rid of him. So we're looking at these two. And there's not a wrong answer. They're both pretty cool. I don't know. Let's go with the cylinder. We'll start with this guy. So let's move him back to the center. GZ 1.5. All transforms. Okay. So that's going to be our robot. Now we can decide how much more we want to like detail him, and that's going to be dependent on what we're using him for. Because some of these things, like if we look, these joints are a little simple and all that kind of stuff. But maybe we do a little bit with that now. So we can take those and normals and just bring them in slightly, just to give us a little bit more thing there. Cool. Let's do the same on this one. In slightly. I think that helps. And we could panel it or just do materials. Morning, Michael. Good to see you, sir. Um, let's add some cables. I think that would be fun next. Create cable from here to here. Nice and small. Cool. And another one from here to here. That's cool. And one more from here to, where do we want it? Here. Yeah, that's cool. Get some overlapping. We like those. Let's join them together. Mirror them on our bot. He's got some bullshit hydraulics or something on his arms now. Feels neat. I kind of want to keep the middle. I was like, I could have some draping from the center, but I think I like it not. So let's not. Let's see. Maybe we'll start materializing them a little bit. What do we want to do? I'm not sure. So let's try some stuff. Could just do a paint on top of it. Let's see. I probably want to UVM first. A, U, Smart UV project. Unwrap the whole boy. Oh, this one, does those arms already have a material? Bet you they do. Yes, they do. There they go. I mean, it's just a painted metal, but it's not a bad painted metal. Whoa. Interesting. No. Dark. Let's increase our light on our scene a bit too. You see, you didn't even know that was green. That's kind of cool, though. Or I'm thinking probably. I was actually, what's the word I'm looking for? Surveying. But general assistance, surveying, reconnaissance, that kind of thing. So that is definitely an important question to ask as you move forward, particularly if you're going to arm it, which I wasn't going to. But no, I like that green, though. Let's just try one other option. The big, medium, small starship hulls, which are kind of fun for this sort of thing. Can adjust A. Now let's just look in, get close. Maybe scale it down just a bit so it's not quite so everywhere. And that's more very rough and tumble. We can even go more into something kind of normal looking. I don't know. Just trying some stuff. How do we feel about that? It might have too much of the, let's adjust our shading. Dirt's fine. radius on our sheeting. Let's go to like 0.05. Try that instead. It's going to make that, yeah, that's better. Maybe even less. 0.01. And dirt distance of 0.5. That's kind of all right. I still think this one's maybe a bit much. Maybe mute this entirely this time. No, I like having it. I think that didn't change much. I've gone the other way. And this distance of like 0.1. Yeah, okay. I like that. It's not bad. And then could actually try then here, because that's just gray. Over here, grab that kind of green. We don't want that saturation like that. Yeah. And a mix color to our primary and our secondary. And we want color or multiply. That seems neat. Now let's cut our edge wear down even more. Uh, 0.02 seems good, right? I like that better than that other green. Ah, Grant. Yes, I'm actually working with Grant now on stuff. Grant's a good teacher. If I hadn't thought to mention, but yes, Grant certainly has some good ones. I got mine from Jan Urschel and Ian Hubert, but Jan's tutorials are a little out of date now. They were like Blender 2.8. Most of the stuff is the same, but it's not exactly anymore. And same with Ian. Ian hasn't done a basic Blender tutorial in a while. But Grant is certainly a good option. Let's give that a rubber. Cool. Let's keep at it. I want to, well, everything is still mirrored. That's the word I'm looking for. This texture is simple enough that it's fine, but we could turn off mirroring at this point or apply our mirroring. And then other things afterward would have like different. Yeah, exactly. I mean, either one. I think they were both sort of meant to be military green, but I like this color green, so I'm going to go with it. That's really what it comes down to. I'm going to grab this and this and get in and plus, 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 hide. Cool. And then 2 fill, yes. And material on that. Add a new material, assign, and it's going to be glowy bits. I'm going to say what color we want glowing. Like a yellow, sure. And then Alt hide. Plus assign. And a nice frosted glass. And we could technically, if we want to be physically accurate, we need to double this glass. So let's just do that. P, separate off in a section, solo it, Q, Add modifier solidify. Just a little bit. There we go. And apply all. And then join it back with this thing. Yes. Sweet. Yeah, Superhive's taking a little bit getting used to for me too. I got to agree with you there. Let's do the same thing here with a red light. I'm just going to make that a red light. Yep. Plus assign red, add material, edit to, Control R, Control bevel to fill and assign, fill and assign. See if they're pointing the right way or not. Yeah, that's working for us. I like how we got those little red things here just for free off the other one. It totally worked there. Random happy accident. I'll take it. I want to do a little more with it. Let's see. Tab. Let's see if we can do this with UV editing. Scale. I want to go to here. And where am I? 2D cursor. Scale. Is it getting that whole thing, or have I missed the whole thing? Oh, come on. 1, be that way. U, cube projection. There we go. That's fun. I just knew I had that grate there, so I might as well use it. And I think what I will do with it, though, is tab. I'm going to plus assign, and I'm going to not follow append. The metal sheeting, make this a new one. There we go. Now it's gray instead of that. Although it's a bit bright. Well, we can adjust it. Which way do I want to go? Take it bigger. Yeah, let's take it bigger. Yeah, that works. Oh, I know why. Oh, it shouldn't be, actually. Let's try metal sheeting without the stuff. That's better. Yep. There we go. Cool. Save. That's definitely helping us out more. I'm going to do a few more little things like that, I think. When you're working like this, it's all about kind of finding your happy accidents. Cube projection again. Let's scale those in. And move it to like here. And also assign it to that. Do we like it? That might be a little too bright. Let me find something else. No. Where do we want it? I mean, we could just tweak the UVs too, but after a while you're kind of like, eh. I get lazy. Let's do it to... Ooh. Not what I had in mind originally, but cool. Neat. Maybe we want that to go back to the other one, though. Let's see. Assign to here. Yeah. So it gives us coloring, but it's still that. I also have a time limit. That is true. That's looking neat, though. Ye old happy accidents. We could keep venting all of these. Let's vent one more. At least one more. Yeah. I'm going to assign it to that. Ooh, yeah. That works. I'm going to keep doing it because it keeps working. We want to go horizontal again, roughly horizontal. Yep. Yeah, we do. We're just letting the textures do a lot of the heavy lifting here, which is fun. And then let's come maybe to here. This is not going to be L, L, L. Grab those, plus assign. And I think a nice blue engine seems good, right? Right. There we go. Now we can see how it flies. Yeah, I kind of feel that way. I mean, certainly they do in film. I'm not sure that I would have. It depends. Depending on the usage case for this robot, you might not want your hydraulic fluid tubes hanging on the outside. I could see them being on the inside. For farming and vehicles like that, absolutely. But in a military sense, they'd probably run them along the inside of the thing, but it looks cool. And it's certainly cinematically correct. That's working for me. We getting? Did I get something else here? What's that? That shouldn't be lit. That should be that. Or no, that should be. Come on. Should be this. There we go. Had something selected, but I didn't need it selected. That's better though. Cool. Save. I like him. He's fun. Let's give him a space real quick. We have what? About half an hour. That's an easy time to make an environment. Movies and video games. Yeah, video games too. Why is it that the everything that would destroy this robot is right out front so you can shoot it? Yeah. I think it's pretty funny. Okay, save. Let's give it an environment. What kind of environment do we want? Something simple, I think. Mesh, circle, S50. Big space, tiny robot. And quad remesh it. 250. Death Star didn't bother me as much because, like, in something that big, I could see there being a weakness. It's fine. Like, you know, it's not like they made it easy. They made it possible. But yes. Just for funsies, I'm going to make a terrain that's a little bit bigger. Just because I've been doing flat stuff for the last 2 weeks and I'm kind of tired of it. So let's do draw terrain. Curve, Bez, tab, X, vertices, draw. Okay. And back over here to this guy. Well, actually, let's edit it first. Tab. On proportional, random, proportional size of 25 meters. Cool. GZ. What? Oh, not normal. GZ. G. And G. Okay, so it's different. Death Star happened twice, but they weren't the same weakness both times. So yes. Who knows, right? Add a modifier. Terrain. Draw terrain. Select our curve. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave a single subdiv on it. It's fine. Spread 25. Make it bigger. Curvature. Gonna mess with it. Doesn't really matter. Top plateau. I'm not sure I care. It's kind of an interesting little rock thing. Let's just bring it up a bit more. So we got like a hill. It's kind of what it's going to end up being. I am going to smooth it because we're going to apply auto trainer to it as well. And yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's just apply it. Come on. Control A. Apply. There we go. Delete this. Just take a look at the material. Yeah, that looks fine. Add a modifier. Terrain. Trainer base. To what the curve? I don't think I matched a curve. I just used the proportional editing on random to pull it up in a little bit, but okay. Cool ground. Apply it. Just going to use it. Not really about the terrain today. Okay. Save. And throw a building in here just so we're kind of happy if we want to. Why not? Let's throw a building in here. Mesh. Cube. Yeah, we're going to make it 2.5. Oh, cool. Well, I'm glad I could help. Yeah, that's a fun way to do stuff. I like it. 3. E 2.5. So that's 10 meters. Cool. That'll work. E 3. Cool. Now, roofs, always a pain in my ass. Let's see. GZ. No, turn off at random. Okay. I want to go up 2.5. And okay. KXC. We're going to cut through this whole thing. There. We'll figure out what to do with the top in a minute. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to grab, what you call it? Do I still have it? Housecraft. Okay, we're going to ruin it anyway, I think. Copy objects. back over collection and paste. Okay, and grab them all, move them off to the side. This, link, copy modifiers. There is our house, which we're going to adjust. First off, new collection, ground. Now, where is it in trash? He puts it in a weird place. Trash target, yes. Ground. Okay. We want water streaks, 100%. Ivy on. I don't know if you want 100%. Let's go with 0.7. Ivy height of 5, all the way to the top. Yes. Okay. In our base, random windows are off. Random lamps are off. Random chimneys are off. Okay. Now, let's turn that off. I want to Shift D. E. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. SX0. A. Or, sure. Tab. M. Distance. Get rid of those. All right, that worked. Cool. Now, tab again, and we want 3. How do I want to do this? E. To 3D cursor. SX0, right? Yes. Yeah, cool. That, and then we're going to take this down just a little bit. Right. Cool. And materials, we want a window here, here, here. Yeah. Maybe there. And windows across all those. Yeah. And then a window here and here. New. Plus, assign, and it's window. Cool. Maybe you want a door here. Let's make that a door. And we'll make this also a door. It's all covered by Ivy anyway, but you know, hey. That looks like a window. Oh, there's a door. It's like, that looks like a window to me, but okay. Cool. Now, let's come back into this sucker. And I want to give it a little bit more fun. So I'm going to say Shift D, EX 2.5. I want to make sure, yeah, we just need to delete this face here. Faces. Okay. And then tab A, that's all going to be assigned to porch. And okay. And that might be too much, too much ivy. Hey, Unquiet. Good to see you, man. It's a little too much ivy. Let's get rid of our ivy for right now. Ivy density of like 0.2. That might be better. Huh. We lost our window here. What face? It should be a window face, right? No, I went to porch. Oh, I changed all my windows to porches. Window. Okay, so that's a window. That's a door. These windows again. And then all these windows again. Cool. Yeah, and then we're going to get rid of this face here. So we have an entrance into our porch. Right. Okay. And I didn't think to put this someplace smart before I was, or fix my terrain for it. So we're going to have to just fix our terrain now. We can do that. Tab 7. See, we're going to put it like right here. We're going to go to medium point SC0. We want proportional on. We want smooth with a distance of, say, 3 meters. There we go. Okay, there's a flat spot for our house now. Okay, got our house there. Cool. And it's even kind of got a path here. That's not bad. Let's see if we can stick with that. Sculpt mode. Flatten this down. So there's our path area like that. Okay. Which we'll then use. White paint. Sure. Now I will grab my stylus. Make it a bit bigger. Let's take a look. That's fine. Okay. There we go. And it's going to be called path or clearing. It's called clearing. Okay. So we're going to kind of be looking at it over here. I think this is going to be our camera angle. Let's bring our robot over too, because the whole point to him. Where is he? Or hide ground. Hide ground, come on. Okay. Cable object, convert to mesh. Join it to our robot. Just make sure it looks right. Yep. Cool. Turn our ground back on. And bring this over to here. Yeah, we'll turn him later, whatever. Okay. Geoscatter. Grabbing our, and we're going to use, I think, our evergreen forest. Biome 8, density 8.5, 5. We're going to go with a heavy one. Heavy one today. All right. Exit. Everywhere. Okay, first off, we don't want it in our clearing. That helps us a little bit. I'm still getting a tree through my fucking house, but you know, hey. I think we need to make our clearing a little bigger. Let's do that. Weight paint. Oh, on the right object. Object mode. Weight paint. Okay, cool. Let's just, yep. You got to fill it in. But let's make it a bit bigger too. And there too. Yeah, that's better. We're still not done, but better. Okay. Let's turn all this stuff off and just do it one at a time now. On. Tall pines. Those feel good. Nothing's close. Cool. Saplings also feels pretty good. Good deal. Fallen, also good. Tree fallen, not good. Tree fallen, we need to have a proximity. New collection, house. We want to repel from the house. And we're going to say like 8 meters, 10 meters, 15 meters. Some of these are still huge trees, so like it doesn't, 20 meters. There we go. 20 meters back from our house. Good deal. I don't know. I've never had a problem. I don't know what to tell you. Let's go back to one at a time now. Branch is big. That looks good. I don't mind those coming to our clearing a little bit. The rest of this stuff is just going to be ground things. It's fine. I'm not worried about that. For optimization purposes, I suppose we could have upward obstruction to house. Yeah, I've never had a problem with geoscatter. It's always pretty much worked amazingly for me. So certainly if your computer can't handle the things you're scattering, it can crash. One of the reasons I like this pine biome is it's actually pretty lightweight. It's not bad. Some of the other ones can be intense. So what I'd say is start small. I'm going to turn on the big ones again. Okay, so those are the big ones. You can see what we're doing. Cool. We like those. I'm going to now turn off geoscatter entirely, add another biome, and going to go with something forest floor-like, which I feel like Grass 10 or Wasteland 6 tend to be really good for that. I'm going to go with a little bit greener this time, so let's do Grass 10. And we're not going to spend too much on this because the whole point of this one was the robot. We're just giving it a place to put it now. So, like, I mean, we'll spend, half an hour doing this, and that's about it. I'm not going to, like, tweak all of my settings this time. I know you're all shocked. Grass 10, we're going to set it to vertex group. Also clearing, but we're going to reverse it. Turn off that one. Turn on this one. Yeah. And I actually don't mind it going into the house like that. Oh, I was going to damage my house more too. Let's do that. House. Random damage. On. Trash is going to the ground? No. Ground. Why is it not this time? Ah, you bastard. I swear this thing gets confused sometimes. It's like it loses track of where its center point is. I've had this happen a couple times. I don't know why. I'm just going to get rid of trash then. It's going to be covered up enough that I don't care. We don't have a proximity damage. Remember damage and density of 0.25. Make them bigger. Maybe a bit bigger. 0.5. Yeah. Not half an hour from now. Half an hour total. We're almost done. Trash on again. No, it's still floating. Curse you and your floating trash. Whatever. Fine. Gone. It's not important. Okay. We got holes. We got ivy. We're good. Gonna set a sky. Yeah, we'll use 70 again. Why not? Kind of a good casual set. We want daytime, I think. Maybe? Although kind of dark could be neat. What's this one? 1133. Let's try it. Add it. Hello there. Good to see you. Yeah, we're definitely dark. See if we can rotate our camera. Or our sky, rather, sorry. 60. 120. 180. 240. 240 is not looking bad. Let's see. We might go with 240. Cool. Although, I'm going to actually, we'll see. Because I think we want a little bit of fog to separate our robot out. We'll see how that looks with this sky. I don't know. Easy fog. Ground fogs. Just a Godray fog. Simple fog. And 7 scale. That's way higher than we need to be, right? Okay. Cool. Location and scale. Did I do all transforms? Sure, fine, whatever. Shading. Again, switching it over to actually be fog instead of just clouds with the Mie scatter. Color to color. Density to density. Mie into there. Layout. And density, I'm going to say of like 0.2. Let's see what that looks like. One word full. I don't like this. I mean, you do sometimes get skies like this where there's fog and sun like this. But I don't know. We'll see. It may get changed. Let's set our photographer up. The Alexa lens to our anamorphic. And we'll go 35, even though we're not really showing off the environment this time, just as a starting point. And resolution of wide. Now let's take our dude and move him off from the building a little bit. Come on. There we go. Maybe kind of angle him slightly down like that. Yeah. Turn on geoscatter. There's our ground. Now, save. And that's looking okay. Let's turn on the other geoscatter. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, we're way darker now, aren't we? Exposure of 6. That's kind of cool. That's better, actually. I think the fog is too much still. And I'm still not entirely sure that I want this much sunlight in the background. Yeah, right? I can live with that, I suppose. Let's try changing our light a little bit, angle-wise. 180, it was kind of more directly on us, right? Ooh. All right, yeah. With the trees, I like that. I can live with that. I'm not sure how I feel about... I think that I don't like that angle, for one thing. Let's rotate it back. And I think that the engine lights are too bright. Booster material, emission, strength of 50. Let's go to like 2. See how that feels. It's kind of just a bit overpowering. Good for a spaceship maybe, but not necessarily for this. Yeah, that's better, for sure. I kind of like the fog. No, I'm not hurting on this one. Cool. I think we have a shot, folks. I'm enjoying this one. So we did some legitimate concept art today, um, not just illustration stuff. I'll turn off all the other things we can kind of look and see for the one who showed up late. First thing we did was make 8 different robots. There's the one we picked, but we made these other ones here. Move him off to the side. So we made 8 different robots to sort of test out different ideas. Some of them are variants, like this one is a combination of the one we ended up picking and this one. And then from there, we took the one we wanted, which was our dude down here. And we blinged him out a little bit more, gave him more details, textured him at all, and then put him in a scene. And I am pretty happy with it overall. Let's get rid of collection. And bring back in our ground and our geoscatter. And save. So thanks again, everybody, for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. And we got one more this week tomorrow. I will be back same time, and we'll do some more stuff. I'm not sure what yet, but it'll be something. Anyway, have a great rest of your day, everybody. Go have a good time, make something cool, do whatever you feel like you need to do, and hopefully I'll see you again in the morning or whatever time it is for you. Anyway, take care, folks. Have a good one. Bye.